Guys, I just published a video on our secondary channel. The video is called Goku or Supreme Destroyer of Gods. I'll leave the link in the description and in the fixed comment of this video. If you're on a computer, open this new video in a new tab to watch. If you're on a cell phone, click on this video, like it, and subscribe to the secondary channel to watch it later. Don't forget to like this video. Thanks for your support. Let's go to our video.
This story would begin at the end of the battle against Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan, since due to the incredible power that Gogeta had used to defeat Broly, he had been able to create a large portal in the sky, of which it would be noticeable by looking at it fixedly. Wow, apparently I have used so much power that I have even been able to crack the space-time. But just like in the fight I had against Black Goku, it must be closed. Gogeta would turn around, but at the moment a gigantic power was perceived in his back, while the fusion had also come to an end, so Goku and Vegeta got into battle poses ready for combat. It's a gigantic power. I can't believe the power that this new warrior emanates. But we don't know if he's a friend or an enemy, because if he's an enemy, we'll have to merge again, since his power overshadows us completely. From the great dimensional crack you can see a warrior identical to Goku, but his clothing was green, while he does not possess any divine essence. What happened? I was training in the kingdom of heavenly dragons. How have I been able to get to this place? Goku AF would be surprised to see a warrior identical to himself, but at the same time his essence was very different, since his timeline, the god Beerus, had never woken up from his long sleep. Due to this, the mortals were never able to access the state of a god. Who are you? Why do you look like me? Do you want to destroy planet Earth? Wow, so this planet is also called Earth, like my planet. This must be an alternative reality, or it could be a different timeline. Goku AF would only think about all this, but he would be taken out of his thoughts by the Prince of the Saiyans. We have asked you a question. If you do not answer, that means you are one more enemy, so we cannot allow it. Right now, we will eradicate you. Vegeta, while flying, was able to access Super Saiyan 2, but when Goku AF tried to hit him, he was able to dodge his blow without difficulty, leaving both surprised. How is he able to dodge Vegeta's fist if he is in his base state while Vegeta is transformed? That was luck, but right now I'm going to finish you, damned worm. Well, not at all. I am the Prince of the Saiyans. Vegeta with much more anger would swing against him, but to his surprise, Goku AF was able to dodge and block each of his blows, which would irritate much more the Prince of the Saiyans, since a warrior identical to his rival was able to face him without transforming. I must admit that you have a bit of talent, but what do you think of this? The Prince of the Saiyans would begin to access his state of Super Saiyan God, which surprised Goku AF because he stopped feeling his energy completely. However, he was able to perceive that a great pressure was falling all over his body. What is this pressure? It is similar to the atmosphere of the Kingdom of Dragons. Vegeta had great speed, was able to tip him a great blow, which this time was able to make him spit a little blood, which would leave him very surprised, since it had been hundreds of years since a warrior was able to hurt him. Goku AF would fall to a part of the planet, destroying a small part of the terrain. What do you think of that? Do you think you can face my state of Super Saiyan God? I can see that you do not possess the power of a god, so you will not have a chance against me. Saiyan God? What kind of transformation is that? I had never heard of a transformation with that name, but I do not have to trust me, since I am not able to feel his power. Goku AF would stand up while he began to raise his power in a great way, leaving those present surprised, since he had only been able to access the Super Saiyan, but the power he emanated was incredible. You have been able to make me transform in my first form, so I must give you credit, since hundreds of years I did not access this power. I cannot believe the power it releases, but I have the power of a god. You cannot do anything against me. Both warriors crossed their gazes, throwing themselves at the attack, while Goku was staring at Goku AF's way of fighting, realizing that it was a style similar to his. The power that warrior has is incredible, and from what I can see, he is not an imposter as Black Goku was. Goku AF was able to connect a great blow to Vegeta's stomach, throwing him with incredible power, destroying absolutely everything around him, while Goku AF would stare at the place where Vegeta had fallen. Demons. Apparently I have exceeded with the power I have used. I hope I have not finished with his life. You are very wrong if you think Vegeta was defeated by a simple blow, since in the same way he has incredible resistance. Everywhere a great blue aura would expand. That's right, Vegeta would begin to access the state of the Super Saiyan Blue, so the pressure that fell on Goku AF's body was much greater, but nothing that is not able to dominate. I can see that your power has increased again, since the pressure that falls on my body is much greater, so I will equally increase my power. Goku AF would access Super Saiyan 3, but his power this time, despite being crazy, was not able to compare with the power of Prince Saiyan, since Vegeta with an incredible speed was able to tip him a great blow to Goku AF's stomach, sending him to fly. But at a great speed he would be able to hold him by the head, dragging him through a few mountains, and with a strong kick he would send him to fly, causing a great explosion. It does not matter that you use Super Saiyan 3. That is your limit, so you will not be able to do anything against me, that we have been able to surpass the power of ordinary Saiyans. I have been able to see each of his blows, but my body has been slow, since I have not been able to react. Super Saiyan 3 will not be able to do anything against him. So you better talk, since with the next blow, I will be able to end your life once and for all. That I would like to prove. Try to end my life. Vegeta, furious, would swing against him, but being about to hit him, an overwhelming power would be able to make him retreat. Even Goku would be dragged a few meters, because this time the power that Goku AF was releasing was crazy. That's right, this time Goku AF would begin to access his state of Super Saiyan 4. So from a great light you could see Goku AF in his state of Super Saiyan 4. So Goku and Vegeta were completely astonished, since the power he was releasing was crazy, while in the same way he did not know that there was a transformation beyond Super Saiyan 3. By your expressions, I can see that you do not have the knowledge of Super Saiyan 4. Super Saiyan 4? This is a damned madness. I do not care. As long as you do not possess divine energy, you will not be able to do anything against us. I want you to try it, since with this power I have been able to defeat Angel Z, a being that was able to end galaxies with his simple thought. Goku AF would stare at Vegeta, being able to give him millions of blows with his simple sight. That's right, his visual power had increased in an amazing way, since they were able to release air attacks which were invisible, sending Vegeta to fly, very badly injured. Wow! The power of Super Saiyan 4 is capable of even surpassing the maximum power of Super Saiyan Blue. I can't believe it. Vegeta would try to stand up, but he would lose his state of Super Saiyan Blue, falling to the ground completely defeated and out of combat. I can see that you have incredible power, but you will not beat me so easily, since right now I plan to use all my power from the beginning. That is an honor for me, since if you use all your power from the beginning of the battle, it makes me understand one thing. You fear my power, since both you and I Saiyans always test the power of our enemies. I must admit that your power surprises me, but I have been able to face a warrior much more powerful than you, so I have nothing to fear. Goku would access Super Saiyan Blue maximum power, with which without exchanging more words he would throw himself against Goku AF. So they both began to exchange thousands of blows all over the planet Earth. Even their powers were so great that their battle would extend throughout Universe 7, being perceived by the god Beelzebub and his angel Whis. This is the power of Son Goku, and apparently he is fighting at his maximum power. But it surprises me that he is fighting again, since a few hours ago that we returned from the planet Earth he was not fighting anyone. That's right, Mr. Beelzebub. It's very strange, but even with the rival he is fighting, he does not have divine energy. And that he was able to force Mr. Goku to use all his power is incredible. It must be a super warrior. Their battle would begin to cause catastrophes throughout Universe 7, so instantly they would both take a little distance. I'll ask you something. What do you think we fight on a desolate planet so not to cause destruction on other planets, since I can see that you have no evil? That's exactly what I was going to tell you, since with our powers we are able to destroy everything around us. Both warriors would quickly march to an inhospitable planet, in which at the moment they would both resume their incredible battle, but as the battle went on, Goku began to take a little advantage against Goku AF, since his pressure being much more powerful than Vegeta's was able to limit him a little more in his speed, and because of this, he was able to dodge and tip him many more blows. Your power is amazing. You have defeated Vegeta, but you will not be able to do anything against me. Don't get excited, since I still have much more power in this transformation. And if in case you are even more powerful, I have one more transformation. What? Do you have a more powerful transformation? I can't believe all the power you have. This will be very fun. Goku AF would expel much more power, being able to agitate the space itself, of which Whis would notice, and with his baculum was able to neutralize each of the screams caused by the power of Goku AF, while the whole Universe 7 shuddered a bit, and this time Goku AF would use all the power of Super Saiyan 4. I'm ready, so you better get ready.
I'm always ready, so attack me whenever you want. His incredible battle would be completely renewed, but this time, Goku AF was able to overcome Goku in a great way, being able to grant him some blows that caused him great damage, while in the same way, he vomited large amounts of blood. What happens? Is that all your power? I thought you would be much more powerful. I have not had the need to use my last transformation. Goku AF would hold Goku by the hair, dragging him around the planet, generating great chaos for everything in its path, while Goku's power this time would begin to decrease considerably, and the deities would notice this. This is incredible. Goku's power begins to decrease in an accelerated way. That means that his enemy has been able to overcome him completely. Indeed, Mr. Beerus, the power of the enemy must overcome him in a great way so that Mr. Goku's power decreases at this speed. It's time to go to the battlefield. Both deities would quickly go to the battlefield, while for his part, Goku would stand up with multiple series of blows. He would have wounds all over his body and internal bruises, as well as too much blood spreading around him. It's time to leave it here. They have made me use the maximum power of the Super Saiyan 4, and that has been able to give me great happiness, since I had hundreds of years that I did not use any of my transformations, since no one was able to force me to use them. Goku AF would begin to approach Goku, who had his eyes down, but the moment he approached to observe him, an incredible heat would be released all around him, which Goku AF would take a little distance quickly. What is that incredible heat that is releasing his whole body? I cannot believe it. Did he hide another transformation in the same way? Goku's eyes would turn silver, while a much more powerful color spread all around him, while at the moment an incredible aura would rise to the top of the planet, and it could be seen how Goku accessed the Ultra Instinct maximum power, a state that Goku AF had never been able to see in his life. What is that transformation? Unlike the transformations before, this time I feel like my whole body burns from the heat emanating from his body, but all that heat and power would enter Goku's body, so at the moment Goku would observe him with a very serious look, and without Goku AF being able to do anything against him, he would give him thousands of blows all around him, sending him to fly very badly injured. I have slept too much, but what happened? I was not able to see anything, absolutely nothing. His speed is something that not even the reflections of the Super Saiyan 4 are able to follow. Goku AF would stand up, but at the moment a knee would touch the ground because each of Goku's blows had caused him incredible damage, so at the moment too much blood would be expelled from Goku AF's mouth. The damage he has been able to generate is incredible. I really cannot believe all the damage he has been able to cause me. The battle would take an unexpected turn, since this time Goku AF was not able to do anything, completely nothing, while Goku dodged with great elegance and hit in key points, which caused an incredible damage to his enemy. Goku, with a powerful kick, was able to send him to the planet, creating a large crater around him. You are an admirable warrior. You have forced me to use the power beyond the gods, and it is something that you have to be proud of. I have not yet been defeated, since, as I told you a few moments ago, I still have much more power, and this time I plan to use my most powerful transformation. For his part, Beelzebub and Whis were able to reach the battlefield, posing at the top of the planet, observing everything that was happening. Apparently, the new warrior who has appeared does not have bad intentions. In fact, his heart is pure, identical to Son Goku's, so I can see that they are having a training battle. In that case, there is no problem, and I thought that a new enemy had appeared throughout Universe 7. But I am surprised that Goku has been able to access the Ultra Instinct again. Apparently, he will be able to master it in a short time. Indeed, Mr. Beerus, Mr. Goku will be able to master the Ultra Instinct in a short period of time, so even you should train so that he is not outdone. Goku AF at that moment would stand up, while he would squeeze his fists with great power. Thus, Goku AF would begin to access his most powerful transformation. This time, the whole Universe 7 shuddered in an incredible way, so much so that this time, even Goku's gaze had changed completely. The power he has is incredible. Even with the Ultra Instinct, I don't know if I will be able to defeat him, since his power seems to have no limit. Goku AF's power would continue to grow, while his red fur would begin to turn white. That's right, Goku AF will begin to access Super Saiyan 5, which on this occasion an incredible pressure spread throughout the universe. The incredible power of Goku AF would expand throughout Universe 7, a power that would even make Beelzebub shudder because it was an extremely gigantic power. After a few minutes, the imposing Super Saiyan 5 could be observed. Sorry for the delay, but I'm really not used to using this transformation. For that reason, I delay in accessing my most powerful state. Wow, you don't have the power of a god, but the power you have is incredible. I even dare to say that you can beat most of the gods with some difficulty. I don't know who the hell are the gods you talk about so much, but right now I want to test all your power, so get ready. Goku AF at great speed swung against Goku, but to his surprise, Goku, thanks to Ultra Instinct, was able to dodge the powerful blow that Goku AF had given him. Goku, without taking advantage of that gap, would try to connect a big blow, but the reaction speed of Super Saiyan 5 was incredible, so much so that it was able to dodge the blow that Goku had tried to grant him. At the moment, both observed starting as their incredible battle, while Beelzebub and Whis observed fixedly. It's amazing how a being, despite not having the energy of the gods, is able to reach these limits. I'm sure he's much more powerful than the mortal Jiren. I agree with you, and that he's more powerful than the mortal Jiren, that means that he's able to beat all the gods. Mr. Beerus, you really should start training, since very powerful beings are appearing in our universe. If that warrior is able to access the state of a Saiyan god, I'm sure his power would be similar to the power of an angel. Damn, Whis, you know what I hate the most is training, but you're right. So from tomorrow, I will join the training with Goku and Vegeta. For his part, that great battle began to lean in favor of Goku AF because this time, Goku AF was able to control 100% of his Super Saiyan 5 transformation, unlike Goku, who was not able to master the Ultra Instinct 100%, so his power began to decrease with the course of the battle, which he had noticed. Damn it, I have to end this battle at once and for all, because otherwise I will lose. Although I don't know how to overcome him, since his power has not decreased at all. Goku AF with an incredible speed was able to hold him by the head, destroying everything in his path. That is right, Goku. Despite using all his power to try to let go, Goku AF completely surpassed him in physical strength, since the Super Saiyan 5 concentrated a large part of Saru's power, so each of his blows and attacks were much more powerful and destructive. Goku AF with a kick was able to send him to fly a few meters, leaving him on the ground, very badly wounded and vomiting large amounts of blood. That hurt me too much, but I will not let you defeat me so easily. In this fist, I put all my remaining power, and I know that you are powerful enough to not die with my ultimate technique. Hey, Whis, what technique are you talking about? Was he able to create a new technique in the state of Ultra Instinct? I don't even know, Mr. Beerus, so this will be something incredible to see. I will allow you to gather the necessary power to throw your technique, since apparently you have a lot of confidence in your ultimate technique. You are very powerful, but I want to see how you will be able to stop my special technique. Goku's power would accumulate in his fist, which he was able to cause damage around him, since hundreds of rays spread throughout the battlefield. Goku, having collected all the power he needed, would watch it closely. This is my ultimate technique, Supreme Dragon Blow. An incredible silver dragon had emerged from Goku's fist, so with great power it began to head towards Goku AF, which was surprised. While approaching the technique, he would say to himself, I'm really just in a different timeline, or rather in an alternate dimension, since in my timeline we never obtained such transformations, but this warrior is me from another dimension. Goku AF would begin to channel a large part of his power in the same way in his right fist, so Goku's dragon, when he is a few meters away from impacting Goku AF, would give him a big smile. Hey Whis, what are you planning to do? If he receives that attack, he will die, no matter how resistant he is. I'm sure that technique is capable of ending the life of any of the 12 gods of destruction. I don't know, Mr. Beerus, but I doubt that individual will die, since the confidence it shows is incredible, so it must have an ace up its sleeve. But from Goku AF's fist, in the same way, an incredible dragon would emerge, so at the moment both dragons began to collide with great intensity, leaving the deities surprised. But the most surprised was Goku. How is this possible? That is my Dragon Blow. I am also able to use the Dragon Blow. So let's see who comes out victorious. Both dragons would collide with great power, but the more the clash of attacks passed, Goku began to fall on his knees because the power he used was exhausting. Damn, I can't lose because if that combined attack hits me, I'll die. Goku would try to focus a lot more energy on his attack, but his body would instantly collapse due to the excess of energy. That's right, an incredible combined attack was heading towards Goku. However, being a few centimeters away from impacting him, Goku AF would teleport in front of him, and with an incredible explosion of his energy, he was able to disintegrate in the combined attack. The bones of my entire arm have been completely destroyed. It seems that combined power is much more lethal. However, at that precise moment, an incredible pressure would fall on his entire body, a pressure that exceeded Goku's dozens of times, so much so that this time, his speed had decreased. What the hell? Where does this great pressure come from? It's much more than Goku's in this dimension. It was Beerus who was increasing his power to 80%, with which he was able to bend Goku AF a little because he was not releasing 100% of all his power in his most powerful transformation. You, tell us, who are you? Apparently you have the power required to face warriors who reach the level of the gods. I am Goku, only that I come from a very different dimension, since I was training in the kingdom of the heavenly dragons, and a great gap opened in my dimension, and when I approached I was transported to this dimension. Wow, that's very rare to see since the journey between timelines, although it is forbidden, is even more frequent than it is believed. But the journey between dimensions, that is 1 in a million. I can see that you have been able to fight against his hidden instinct. So tell me, what do you think about fighting against a god? I would love to, but at this moment I do not find myself at 100% of my abilities, so it would be impossible for me to follow him. Do not worry about that. My angel is able to heal each of your wounds and leave 100% of all your power. Haha, in that case, it seems great to me. I want to measure myself with the power of a god of destruction, since in my dimension I never heard of them. Whis with his baculum was able to heal each of his wounds of Goku AF, so they both took a little distance, and while Goku AF would expel much more of his power. I hope you are prepared since I have great expectations of your power. Whis at great speed swung against him, but the incredible blow was blocked by the forearm of his enemy, and at the moment they began to exchange millions of blows throughout Universe 7, since with the presence of Whis each of the planets was safe, and in the same way, Whis would heal all the wounds of Goku. Ouch, my body hurts too much as if thousands of planets had fallen on top of me. I cannot move at all. Haha, it's normal, Mr. Goku, since apparently the Goku of that dimension has much more physical strength. Since in the little time he has fighting Mr. Beerus, his power is incredible. Is Mr. Beerus fighting that powerful? That's right, Mr. Goku, but do not worry, since both have incredible resistances. The battle of both warriors would extend through every corner of Universe 7, but despite that, Mr. Beerus was the one who hit the most, but his fists did not do so much damage in Goku's body. But it seemed that his skin was of an incredible Oozaru, since the damage that the god caused him was minimal, unlike Goku, which was not able to hit him so much, but the few blows that had been able to prop him had caused him an incredible damage. And in a carelessness, Goku was able to hold him by his tail, giving multiple turns throughout Universe 7, and with great power he was able to send him to a planet, completely destroying it. The power you show is incredible, although it really surprises me, since none of the celestial dragons is able to compare with your power. Beerus, while he stood, furious, would expel too much blood, which would make him rage much more. I do not care where the hell you come from. I am thinking of beating you, since I will not let this humiliation pass. A simple Saiyan cannot hit a god. Beerus, much more annoying, would expel 100% of all his power, with which his power as well as his speed had increased in an incredible way. That's right, since when using all his power, each of his attributes would increase to the maximum, so he would begin to grant him millions of blows. The whole body of Goku F, and as there were millions of blows in the same place, it began to cause him much more damage. Goku F would try to hold him with his incredible physical strength, but Beelzebub at great speed would move to one side of Goku F, returning the same blow, returning him to a planet, completely destroying it. You have a great power as well as an incredible resistance, so I am sure this simple attack won't be able to end your life. Destruction Ball. A great massive destruction sphere would begin to approach Goku F, which, with all its incredible impudence, would stand up and in the same way, would begin to carry an incredible attack in his hands. And the destruction ball, being a few meters away from Goku F, would throw his incredible attack. Due to this, an incredible clash would begin between the two warriors. However, despite Beelzebub having much more power, Goku AF was able to withstand it, as his resistance was incredible. But after a few minutes of their attacks colliding, an incredible explosion would occur, beginning to exchange many more blows all over the place. But this time, Goku AF's power began to decrease pedally by pedally, of which Beelzebub would notice since the power of his fists began to fall gradually, taking advantage of it to end the fight with a great blow to the head, making him fall to the ground out of combat completely. I must admit that the power that this subject possesses is incredible, but apparently, he really is a Goku of another dimension, since he has returned to his base state. While Beelzebub was walking back, he would also fall out of combat due to the fact that all over his body he had serious wounds. Apparently even Mr. Beelzebub has been in a terrible state. Apparently the Goku of that dimension is very powerful. Of course, Mr. Goku, at this moment we will go to planet Earth. Whis along with all the other warriors had gone to planet Earth, in which the Prince of the Saiyans had already fully recovered thanks to the God of the Earth. So when he arrived, Whis with his baculum would heal Beelzebub and Goku AF's wounds, who woke up with a strong headache and joints. Ouch, that has given me too much sleep. So that's the power of the gods of destruction. After all, I have to become much more powerful. Apparently no matter what dimension or timeline it is, Goku will always be a very powerful warrior. Whis, please give us a much more intense training. I do not want to stay behind another Kakaruto. I am thinking of becoming much more powerful. Mr. Whis, please you can train me. I want to become much more powerful. And you are the master of my counterpart and Vegeta. Of course, since if there is any danger, there will be 3 super warriors who will be able to face the entire Universe 7, so do not worry. All the warriors would march to the planet of Beelzebub to begin their great training. By the way, in the palace of the great Zeno Sama, Danjingum would go to the call of his king, because he had requested his presence. Tell me, my lord, how can I help you? I am very bored. What do you think if we organize another power tournament? That sounds great to me, my lord, but this time we can give him 2 months of time so that they are able to become much more powerful and the battles are more entertaining.
What do you think, my lord? I think it's great, Danjingin. Yes, since I want you to inform each of the gods. Okay, my lord. Right now I'll start communicating with the gods to give them the respective rules. But before that, let's have an exhibition battle, just like last time, since I'm really bored. Okay, my lord, what universe do you want the exhibition battle to be? I would like it to be between Universe 6 and Universe 7, since that legendary killer named Hit also has incredible techniques. Okay, my lord, don't worry. Danjingin, with his great mental power, was able to communicate with each of the gods and angels, informing them of the new power tournament, as well as the exhibition battle that would take place in about 2 days. All the gods were surprised and terrified to learn that a new power tournament would be held. I don't know why I feel so nervous if we have the most powerful warriors. Mr. Beerus, what's wrong with you? I can see that you have been very tense lately. What happens is that the powerful Zeno Sama has organized a new power tournament. Power tournament? What is that about? And who is Zeno Sama? Zeno Sama is the most powerful existence of all the 2 universes. No one is above him, and the tournament is a field battle between 10 warriors from each universe, and the warrior who remains in the battle at the end of the time is made with the Super Dragon Balls. Super Dragon Balls? In my dimension, I never heard of those spheres. Only the Great Dragon Balls, but the Super Dragon Balls never. They are the most powerful spheres, so in 2 days we will have an exhibition tournament against Universe 6, in which you will be able to understand the rules much more. This will be very fun, so after so long I will be able to train Jiren a bit. This time with the power of the Ultra Ego, which I have been able to reach, I will be able to give a beating to the damned mole. For me, it is something new, but this looks very interesting. For its part, the Great Priest, with his great power, was able to create a platform for the exhibition tournament, as well as places for each god to be able to observe the battle between the warriors of Universe 6 and 7. A great platform had been created in an inhospitable place of all the 2 universes, just as the first exhibition tournament was not a platform of much resistance. On the other hand, returning to each of the universes, each of the gods was preparing to go to the call of Danjingin, while for its part, the god Champa, along with Vados, would quickly recruit the 3 warriors of the most powerful of Universe 6. Yes or yes, we have to summon Hit Frost, and a Saiyajin. Or what do you think, Vados? If we make the Saiyajins merge again, and with the help of your Baculus, we achieve that the fusion lasts a year? I think it's an excellent idea, Mr. Champa, since they both participated in the last tournament. But if they participate from outside the tournament, we can win one more place. Great, in that case, we have to ask for the Baculus so that both Saiyajins are able to merge again. Right now, my lord. Both deities quickly went to the Kaio-sama of Universe 6, asking for the Baculus so that both Saiyajins are able to merge again. At the moment, they quickly went to the planet of the Saiyajins, who at the moment of arrival were surprised to notice 3 gigantic powers throughout the entire planet Sadala. They were even the only Saiyajins who possessed the power of a god. Vados, are my senses working correctly? The essence that is felt is that of a god. Were they able to achieve the state of a god? Your senses work correctly, since the 3 Saiyajins in that location have the essence of a god. Apparently, this tournament will be much more interesting. The deities would quickly reach where the 3 powers were with divine energy, but they were in a castle, so to enter the castle, they had to face multiple soldiers, which shook Champa, but being a god of destruction, he was able to defeat him without any difficulty, posing in front of a large blue door from which an incredible essence spread throughout the place. The essence that releases this place is incredible. I even feel like my whole body is shaking completely. I agree with you, Mr. Champa. Because the essence that is felt is of the highest level, I can say with certainty that this essence is capable of defeating a god. At the moment, a great explosion would occur in the main room because that warrior had released all his incredible power because hundreds of his soldiers had been humiliated as if they were simple worms. Champa, unable to observe anything, would be held by the neck with an incredible power which was not able to move at all because the power with which he was strangling him was amazing. Who the hell are you? But having divine energy, I have no doubt, since you must be the ones considered gods, but your power is pathetic. Akuma-sama, please release him. He is Champa-sama, the god of our universe. Please forgive his life. Since he has come to this place, it's of some importance. Akuma, with a little fury, would release him aggressively, falling to an outside part of the castle, generating a small explosion. However, instantly Champa, with a great fury, would release 100% of all his power, and with his maximum speed swung against Akuma, who with a big smile would stand in front of Champa without moving at all. Hit with all your power, since it will be the only blow that I will allow you to grant me. Champa's incredible fist would hit all of Akuma's chest, generating a great explosion all over the place because the power with which he had hit him was of another level. However, the moment the smoke dissipated, it could be seen how large amounts of blood fell to the ground, but the surprise was much greater for Vados, realizing that it was Champa who released all that blood since his arm had been completely destroyed when he collided with the chest of the king of the planet Sadala. Is that all your power? You really are a simple worm. You are useless. If I wanted, I would end your existence by becoming the new god. Champa-sama, how are you? We really feel everything that has happened, only that Akuma-sama takes care of all the Saiyajins of this planet. Exactly, and you, when you entered hitting every warrior who stood in front of you, our king went mad, but he's not a bad person. I apologize in your name. Vados would heal Champa, who would stand up while his gaze reflected an incomparable terror due to the fact that the power with which he had hit him was 100% and he was not able to do anything to him. Lotento, I apologize for hitting all your soldiers, but we need your strength since the powerful king of all Zeno Sama has decided to organize a tournament. Another tournament? This will be very interesting. I will be able to show the useless of Goku how powerful I have become. Lotento, when is the tournament that you're talking about? I know that if it's at this moment, I have several matters to attend to, so it would be impossible for me. Don't worry, the power tournament will be held in 2 months, but at this moment we need the fusion of Kyle and Khalifa since an exhibition tournament will be held. I understand. For the power tournament, of course I will be there. Count on me. And an apology to the authority of this universe, I was just excited about my people. Don't worry, it's something completely understandable. We had time without fusing, so now the fun began, since once the power tournament ended, we have not had a good battle. Both Saiyajins, with the help of the clay, were able to fuse, but the power they released this time was incredible. Wow, this power is incredible! Since after so long, the power of Khalifa and Kyle have increased in an amazing way, I feel invincible. Indeed, the power of Kefla is capable of releasing that incredible power. It is at the level of any god of destruction. I already want to crush those insects from the exhibition tournament. I sent you a powerful warrior, so I am sure that the exhibition tournament of Universe 6 will be done with victory. It's time to split up. We have to recruit Frost and Heed the Killer. The trio of warriors would leave quickly, being able to contact their 2 missing warriors. For its part, returning to Universe 7, the warriors that would represent Universe 7 in the exhibition tournament would be Goku, Goku, and Vegeta. There is nothing to fear, since with the power of these 3 warriors, we will even be able to win the power tournament. Mr. Beerus, it will be better if you do not trust, since otherwise we can be eliminated. Because at the end of the power tournament, each of their gods trained their warriors, so I doubt they have the same power. I understand that, Whis, but they will never be able to compare themselves with Son Goku's power, and much less the power of his counterpart. Not to mention that Vegeta has been able to fully dominate the energy of a god of destruction. What annoys me is that I haven't been able to access the divine energy yet. I can't imagine how my transformations will be if I mix them with the energy of a god. You do not have to worry about that. When it is the day of the power tournament, I am sure that you will have been able to control all the energy of a god. I want to see who our enemies will be in this exhibition tournament.
I am also very impatient. It will be better to leave so as not to arrive late. Okay, Mr. Goku. At this very moment, we will go to the platform. Whis and Bill, along with the other contestants of the exhibition tournament, would take their destiny to the platform, in which at the moment of arrival, Goku AF was able to feel how incredible pressures were felt all over the place. But he was surprised to realize the incredible aura of both kings of everything. Due to their training with the celestial dragons, they were able to teach them to see the size of the aura of their enemy, despite being in resting mode. All my body trembles at the aura of the objects that are at the top of this entire platform. So they are the most powerful warriors of this entire dimension. Gods and angels, I thank you for your presence today, in which the exhibition tournament will be held before the authentic tournament. I hope that today the battles will be dazzling as in the past occasions, and that in the power tournament it will be much more entertaining. You have already heard the great Zeno Sama, so at this moment, the exhibition tournament will be held between the universe of the best friend of Zeno Sama, that is, the Universe 7, against the Universe 6. My first warrior in place will be Frost, the cold demon. Frost would enter the platform in its final form, however the power it emanated was incredible, while in the same way it had obtained an appearance much more similar to that of Freezer. Mr. Dills, I want to defeat that damn cheater, who in our tournament was able to eliminate several of us with his poison. From our universe will be the Prince of the Saiyans, Vegeta. Vegeta would also go down to the platform, in which at the moment both warriors would stare at each other. This time I intend to finish you, because if you die there is no problem, because this is not the power tournament. Frost at great speed would swing against Vegeta, but to his surprise, Vegeta with great agility was able to dodge each of his blows with incredible precision, which would irritate much more Frost, which would retreat a few meters. Apparently you have also become much more powerful, but it does not matter how much power you have increased. Since I am a prodigy, you will not be able to beat me. This warrior looks a lot like Freezer from the dimension that I come from. Do not worry, that in this dimension there is also a Freezer, and they are identical. I really thought you would be much more powerful, but you are still the same garbage as before.
so I will annihilate you right now. Demons! I did not think I would have to cross my maximum with you, worm. I wanted to reserve it for the damn Freezer who was able to betray me. Frost would squeeze his fists, beginning to destroy everything around him while everything began to tremble. That's right, Frost was accessing a new transformation in which his whole body began to turn golden, but the power he released was much more than that of Freezer, because this time Frost controlled 100% the energy waste in that transformation. What do you think? Although it has the same appearance as the imbecile of Freezer, I am able to control 100% of all my power. So, transform yourself, and here I will not give you another chance. I do not need your clemency, but if you want it so much, I will grant you the pleasure, although with you, I do not have to use my essence of God Saiyan. Vegeta would begin to expel an incredible power being immortal, but all his hair would begin to grow in a great way. So, the passage of a few minutes can be seen in Vegeta in Super Saiyan 3. As I told you, I do not need the power of a god with you, insect. I swear I'll kill you, damn worm. Frost with a great anger would swing against Vegeta, but surprisingly enough, Vegeta was able to dodge each of his blows. Because his power had grown in a great way in his base state, each of his transformations would be enhanced with overwhelming power. While Vegeta dodged each of his blows. Is that all? Did you really train? Since your power is still the power of a simple worm, your power is absolutely nothing next to me, so you better do something else. Vegeta with a powerful blow to his stomach was able to send him to the platform, destroying a bit of the outside. Frost would try to stand up, but a single blow from the Prince of the Saiyans had been powerful enough to leave him in terrible condition, since his body expelled large amounts of blood. You better give up, because if you stand up again, I will not have mercy on you. Although Frost stood up, when he took a few steps he would fall out of combat, because his body was not able to bear the damage of that blow. Frost from Universe 6 has been eliminated, so the first round is won by Vegeta from Universe 7. Damn it! Damn it! I thought Frost with his great training would be able to beat him. Are Bill's warriors always more powerful than mine? For his part, Heed was very thoughtful while watching two identical Bokus. Only one of them had a green outfit a little different from the Goku he knew. The real problem is the Son Goku I know, since from what I can tell, the other Goku has no divine energy. In that case, please let the warriors of the second round go to the platform. Kefla, without preambles, would go down to the platform while pointing to Goku. I want to fight with you, since I want to show you all the power I have been able to achieve. This time, I will be able to beat you. Mr. Beerus, in this second round, I will fight against Kefla, since I am sure that my other self will be able to beat Heed. I trust him. Goku would go down to the platform, but without Karen Shinkan, from the beginning of the fight, Kefla would swing against Goku, which with a little effort was able to block his blow. However, his arm had become numb, but regardless of this, both began to exchange thousands of blows all over the platform. After a few minutes of battle, both would take a little distance. Kefla's power has increased in an incredible way, but I'm not able to beat her. At this moment, I will use my legendary state, so I want to see what you do before that. Kefla, with an incredible scream, had acceded to the legendary Super Saiyan, with which he would strike against Goku. However, at the time, Goku had also acceded to the Super Saiyan Blue maximum power, combining it with Kaioken, increased 50 times. The first shock of their fists, the platform had been completely destroyed. Immediately after, Denshinkan, with his great power, had teleported them all to a very distant planet to continue with the battle. I never thought mortals would be able to reach these extremes. On this planet, they can use all their power without any problem. The battle of both warriors seemed very balanced. However, Kefla's power was incredible, which began to corner Goku a little. Kefla would move at great speed. This battle is mine. Kefla would execute his last blow, concentrating a lot of energy on his fist. But at the time, Goku had also acceded to the ultra-imperfect instinct with which he would observe Kefla. It's time to end this battle. Goku, with a few blows in his vital points, was able to leave him out of combat. The second round is the victory of Son Goku, belonging to Universe 7. Damn it! Damn it! I thought I had a lot more hidden power. Mr. Champa, don't worry, since Miss Kefla did not use her divine energy. Apparently, she does not want the other gods to know about her power. But for the same reason, Mr. Goku did not use the maximum power of the Ultra Instinct. Let the last two fighters of their respective universes, Goku AF would go down to the battlefield, just like he'd, to which both would be observed fixedly, while purple rays spread throughout the battlefield. This battle apparently will be very interesting. I'll have to access Super Saiyan 4 at once, since the power of my enemy overshadows me completely. Goku would begin to access Super Saiyan 4, being able to make the whole planet tremble where they were, leaving everyone surprised. The incredible power of Goku AF had left everyone surprised, even he'd, because despite not having the divine energy, his power was amazing. While at the moment, he'd, without saying a word, would execute his jump in time, connecting several blows and vital points. However, despite each of his blows, Heed's fists hurt when hitting Goku AF's strong body. What's going on with this Goku? I'm able to hit him, but my fists hurt too much. It looks like an extremely powerful barrier. Wow, the power you have is amazing. No matter what you do, you will not be able to beat me. Although, what kind of technique was that? It will be better if you try to discover it. Although, when you are able to discover it, it will be too late, since I will be able to defeat you. That's it! Heed, your power is incredible. You can give us the victory. I trust you. How interesting. It's very fun to see how they have hopes of beating us in Universe 7, but the most entertaining thing is to see how that hope changes to despair. The power of my counterpart is incredible. Despite not knowing anything about the jump in time, I am sure he will be able to beat Heed. It's something I envy of that Goku, since his body is extremely resistant.
It really seems that the Oozaru is his own defense, since despite us being Saiyajins, the damage that Heed was able to cause us was of another level.
I must admit that the power you have is incredible, but you won't be able to beat me. I don't know what kind of techniques you perform, but I have been able to learn each of your attacks. Don't be stupid. How would you be able to learn my attack pattern with a few blows? If you have really achieved it, I should call you a genius. Heed would use his jump in time again, but to his surprise, Goku was able to stop his blow with one of his hands, leaving him completely surprised, because despite Heed using much more power, he was not able to get rid of the incredible power of Goku. No matter what you do, in physical power, it is impossible for you to be able to beat me, since I possess the power of the great Oozaru. Goku, with a powerful blow, was able to send him flying with an incredible damage to his entire body, since Heed, when trying to stand up, would kneel, while a little blood spread all over his body, which left him surprised. Are you much more powerful than the Goku with whom I have fought? I don't know that, since my other self also has great powers, although I can't say who is more powerful. That's a damn nightmare. Clearly, this Goku is much more powerful than the Goku with whom I fought. It doesn't matter that he doesn't have divine energy. His destructive power is amazing. Heed would stand up, staring at Goku. Both began to exchange hundreds of blows throughout the battlefield. However, Heed's power was not enough to face Goku, due to the fact that he still had one more transformation, and this Heed didn't know it. Wow! Wow! The power of our friend is incredible! I can't believe it! You're wrong, great Zeno Sama, because that Goku is not his friend. although he does belong to Universe 7, but he is a completely different Goku. Wow, that makes it much more exciting. The battle of both warriors would continue at a great pace, but in each exchange of blows, Heed was seriously injured, since his power was much lower than the power of Goku. Heed, in a carelessness, had been held by the leg, being crashed against a few rocks around him, destroying everything around him. I know you have great resistance, so that's nothing for you. Ouch, that has not been able to end my life, but it almost leaves me out of combat. It will be better if you give up, since otherwise I will have to get much more serious, and I can see that you are a good guy. Do not say stupid things. I am a legendary killer, so I will not give up so easily. Heed, using his jump in time at its maximum power in the same way, was not able to do anything against him, because the power of Goku Super Saiyan 4 was able to fight through space-time. Wow, this has been very unexpected, but apparently Goku from Universe 7 will win. Damn, none of my warriors were able to do anything against him. This makes me very angry. Mr. Champa, do not be angry. You are right, we have lost this battle, but the war is still at stake, since we have Akuma, the king of the Saiyans. Just like Kefla, he has not used all his power. I do not understand Beerus, but I'm sure Son Goku has not used all his power either. That's what makes me nervous. We have to wait, sir, since we cannot do anything in this situation. The battle of both had reached its climax, in which Goku Up had won the victory of Universe 7. Denshinkan, at the moment of being about to finish the exhibition tournament, just like last time, a mysterious warrior had appeared on the battlefield. Identify yourself! Who are you? Sorry, Denshinkan Sama, for my behavior, but I want to test the power of this new Goku, since I have trained very hard. The masked one would show his face, showing Jiren, the second most powerful mortal of the 12 universes, to which the rumors among the gods would not be missing, because the pressure emanating from his whole body seemed even greater than the pressure of a god of destruction. Who is this subject? His power even seems to be greater than that of the gods. I am able to feel his ki because I do not possess divine energy, but his pressure is somewhat rare. In the previous power tournament, I was defeated by Son Goku, but since then, I have been able to become much more powerful. Although I can see that you surpass the power of Goku with whom I fought, so I want to test your power. For me, there is no problem, since to be honest, I have not been satisfied with the last fight I have had. I have been able to see with the great Zeno Sama, and apparently he agrees that both are capable of having a friendly fight. Prepare yourself, since I will not contain myself. Wow! Jiren's power has increased in an amazing way. I can't believe it is the same Jiren with whom I fought that time. Indeed, Mr. Goku, Jiren's power has increased in an incredible way. So much so that I am able to assure you that he is capable of defeating any god of destruction, with the exception of Mr. Beerus. I don't know, Whis, since after all, Belmont is the second most powerful god, and to be honest, I doubt that Jiren has been able to overcome it, since he will be training anyway to not be overcome by a mortal. We will check that in a few moments. At the beginning of the battle, Goku, without being able to react, had been sent to fly with thousands of wounds all over his body, while Jiren was watching him closely, as each spectator had been very surprised. What? How have you been able to hit him? Even I, God of Destruction, have been able to see him. Does that mean that you have surpassed my power? This is incredible. Jiren's speed and power has apparently increased in an incredible way. Goku AF began to stand up, but this time, despite trying to stand up, his wounds were serious, vomiting too much blood. It will be better if you give up, since otherwise I will have to get much more serious, and I can see that you are a good guy. Do not say stupid things. I am a legendary killer, so I will not give up so easily. Goku AF began to strengthen his fists, which this time were able to release an overwhelming power.
So much was the power that was able to make Jiren retreat a few meters, because that power of Goku AF was able to completely destroy everything in his path.
After a few minutes, a great aura would rise in the sky, while all the dust generated can be seen similar to Goku, but his coat was silver, while his eyes imposed absolute respect. This is my last transformation. What do you think if we start with the second round? I want to kick your ass once and for all. It does not matter that you have only increased your musculature a little and your coat has changed color. That is not a true power. Jiren Molesto had balanced against Goku AF, but this time the bullet was much more even because they both connected blows with an incredible power, a power that was able to bring everything around him down. I cannot believe that Beerus has 3 warriors who have the power beyond the gods, but 2 of them are even able to defeat them. I cannot believe it. The power emanating is amazing. I definitely do not think we are capable of doing anything against those warriors. Mr. Champa, do not get discouraged, please. I'm sure the power that Akumo hides is incredible, since his confidence is absolute. Definitely, the power that subject has is barbaric. And what kind of transformation is that? It looks like a complete monkey. The battle of both would continue at a great pace, although this time Jiren had released much more power, as Goku AF had realized that the power of this warrior seemed to be above a god of destruction, since he compared his power with the power of Beerus. At the time of a great fist, they both separated. It's time to end this great battle, so I plan to give everything of me in the next attack. In the same way, I do not plan to lose again against a copy of Son Goku. This time, I will be the winner. The power of both was rising in an incredible way, so much so that even the gods felt the incredible pressure. However, at the precise moment, a pressure thousands of times greater was able to make both warriors fall on their knees, to which their bones had been destroyed almost completely. What the hell is happening? This pressure is incredible. I'm not able to move any of my fingers. I'm completely motionless. It was enough. Since their maximum powers must be demonstrated in the real tournament, this has only been a friendly battle. Tenshinhan would stop releasing its incredible pressure, so each of its gods was able to help their respective warriors, to which both stayed watching, generating some pressure, to which each god had gone to their respective universe. The tournament this time seems to be much more fun. I like that. I'm glad my lord is ready for a real show.
Welcome back, Dragon Ball fans. Today, we bring you a full update on everything happening in the Dragon Ball franchise, from Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball Daima to the games, manga, and even tributes to Akira Toriyama's legacy. Let's start with the biggest celebration of the year. Yellow. 1. Dragon Ball Super manga celebrates 10 years. Yes, it's already been a full decade since the Dragon Ball Super manga launched in V-Jump magazine back in June of 2015. To mark this milestone, the August 2025 issue of V-Jump is honoring the series with a full cover collection, showcasing every single Dragon Ball Super manga cover drawn by Toyotaro over the years, from the dark and emotional Future Trunks saga to the epic Tournament of Power and the newer Granola and Superhero arcs. It's a celebration of every major moment. The issue also includes 2 exclusive posters. One features a nostalgic artwork of Goku and Gohan side by side, symbolizing their powerful bond. The other poster celebrates the 7th anniversary of Dragon Ball Legends with stylish designs of the mobile game's most iconic characters. It's a nostalgic and powerful tribute, and it shows that even though the manga is currently on pause, Dragon Ball Super's legacy is alive and stronger than ever. Red. 2. Status of the Dragon Ball Super manga remains on hiatus. Now for the less exciting news. As of June 2025, the Dragon Ball Super manga remains on indefinite hiatus. This pause began following the heartbreaking passing of Akira Toriyama in March 2024. Since then, fans around the world have been patiently waiting for news about the manga's return.
According to the latest update from Shueisha, no new chapters are scheduled through July 2025. Toyotaro, the artist who has been carrying Toriyama's torch since the beginning of the Super manga, has expressed interest in continuing, but out of deep respect for Toriyama, the editorial team is taking extra time to decide how to move forward. There's still hope. Many insiders believed the series will return with a new saga by early 2026. Until then, fans are left with the manga's impressive 10-year journey and its massive contribution to Dragon Ball lore. Blue 3. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, June patch and new DLC fighter. Moving into the gaming world, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, the long-awaited successor to the Budokai Tenkaichi series, continues to evolve with new updates. On June 23rd, the game received a major gameplay patch. Key changes include adjustments to damage scaling for dash attacks, new chaining options for custom combos, a revised ranked match system with season resets, and most importantly, the ability to trigger 2D-style cutscenes during custom battles, making it feel like an actual anime episode with every clash. Even more exciting, the update introduces a brand new DLC fighter, none other than Shallot, the Saiyan hero from Dragon Ball Legends. Shallot's fighting style blends traditional martial arts with his unique transformations from the mobile game, including Super Saiyan God. This is his first ever appearance in a console Dragon Ball game, and fans are loving the fresh energy he brings to the roster. Green, Dragon Ball Daima, Toriyama's final gift. Let's talk about Dragon Ball Daima, a title that now carries even more emotional weight. Premiering in October 2024 and concluding in February 2025, Daima was the final full project Akira Toriyama worked on before his passing. Set in a mysterious alternate timeline, Daima follows Goku, Vegeta, Bulma, and others who are mysteriously transformed into children and sent into a hidden realm, the Demon Realm. The story explores not just action, but also adventure and character growth. Fans were thrilled to see the return of classic transformations like Super Saiyan 3 and a reimagined Super Saiyan 4 in a brand new setting. The animation was handled by Toei's elite teams, giving every episode a polished and cinematic quality. Daima was praised both by longtime fans and new viewers, and is now considered a fitting final chapter in Toriyama's career. In fact, it has been nominated for Best Anime Series at the 2025 Astra TV Awards, standing proudly alongside giants like Solo Leveling and Jujutsu Kaisen. Purple 5. Deluxe Blu-ray Edition announced. For collectors and superfans, here's some great news. Dragon Ball Daima is getting a luxurious Blu-ray box set on July 2, 2025 in Japan. This collector's edition includes all 20 episodes in 4K remaster, a special art book featuring never-before-seen concept sketches by Akira Toriyama, a limited edition pin set and stickers, behind-the-scenes interviews with the production team, and a memorial booklet honoring Toriyama's final work. The price is around yen 40,800, roughly 260 USD, but fans agree it's a priceless tribute to the Dragon Ball creator and a high-quality product worthy of the franchise. Red 6. Gohan's mysterious absence in Daima. One of the biggest mysteries in Daima's storyline is the absence of Gohan. Like most of the Z-Fighters who appear in Episode 1, Gohan is nowhere to be seen. Many fans are speculating about the reason. Is he trapped in another dimension? Is he being saved for a major twist later in the series? Or could it be that Daima is purposefully focusing on characters like Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo to explore their dynamic in this new setting? Whatever the case, this mystery has only fueled more interest in the series, and fans are eager to see if Gohan will make a surprise return in future content or spin-offs. Yellow. Final thoughts. So to wrap things up, Dragon Ball Super manga is on pause, but being celebrated in style for its 10-year anniversary. Dragon Ball Daima is being honored as Akira Toriyama's final masterpiece and continues to receive awards and special releases. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is thriving with game updates, new characters, and an expanding community. Whether you're a manga reader, anime watcher, or gamer, 2025 is shaping up to be one of the most meaningful years in Dragon Ball history, a true celebration of Toriyama's legacy and the universe he built. Stay tuned for more updates, and until next time, keep training, stay powered up, and never stop believing in the spirit of Dragon